Alright. That was perfect. Perfect way to start off this channel. What's up, guys? So I'm creating this channel, Find Truth Today, just to come on here and try to, give you guys some motivation, some truths that have kept me inspired and, just wanting to be better and better every day. And, it's hard to have a clear mentality when in this day and age when we have so much information to sift through and try to make up our own mind on what and what not to believe. Sorry, I keep having some technical difficulties with my camera here. Sorry about that. But anyways, there's so much information going on right now that it's really hard to keep a clear state of mind and not honestly go crazy. So just to give you a little background knowledge on who I am, my name is CJ and I am 24. I'll be 25 this year, 2019. I was born in Minnesota, Minneapolis, Minnesota, and then from there I moved my entire life. So I moved, okay, not my entire life, but a majority of my life I moved around a lot. So from Minnesota, I moved it from there when I was about 5 to Las Vegas. Lived there for a couple years, moved to Iowa, lived there for a little while, then moved to New Mexico, lived there for a little while, then moved to Florida, lived there for a little while. Now I'm in Missouri currently. I'm married. I have 4 kids. 2 of them are actually identical twins, twin boys. I make music, I engineer audio, I make videos. I own a music label with a few artists that are, a part of the label that I created. I work full time. My wife is currently in college, and that's pretty much it. That's a little breakdown of where I am right now. A couple of highlights of like the music stuff that I do. I've put out a few videos. They've done pretty good for me. All of them for the most part have, a couple thousand views. One of them has like 20,000 views. So that's just something for me. I obviously would love more, but just having some, that many people listen to my stuff or share my stuff, that is super cool. So pretty happy with that. And then, so I started making instrumentals or beats for myself because I just got to the point where using other people's, beats or, depending on someone else to help you in your career and what you want to do, it's just not always the best route. It's just like you always have to wait for somebody else or, hope somebody else has the right price or the right timing, all that stuff. So I just got fed up with, going through that, and I just started making my own beats and instrumentals. And for the longest time, I thought that it was going to be the hardest thing ever because I've only, since I started making music, I just recorded myself and engineered myself, and that was already, pretty difficult when you're just starting out and you don't know anything. It was like that's like a trade that you have to like learn. So those are the things I learned, but like there's a whole nother half of, recording songs and music and stuff and that's the, the instruments and, those other sounds are like half the battle. So I always thought like, if the music, singing or, recording vocals and stuff like that, that's already pretty difficult, and to engineer all of that, it's already pretty difficult. So doing instrumentals and beats on top of all that was just like out of was like, no, I don't think I could ever do that. That's too hard. And then years later, when I kind of perfected, and not necessarily perfected, but I've gotten really good at those other things. So like the recording and engineering and stuff, I've gotten really good because that's just focused on that to where I already know how to do that. So it freed up room in my mind to make instrumentals and beats. And when I tried it for the first time, it blew my mind how easy it was, and it made me regret not starting earlier. And that's like kind of what this channel is going to be about. Like, you can do anything you put your mind to, and a lot of the times it's yourself that blocks the potential of who you are. You could be super successful and you don't even know it, and if you just give up before you see your potential, you'll never know. So that's why I wanted to make this channel, because I've kind of I've believed in myself enough to see when it pays off, and I have, but I do see the potential, or the areas where I could have done better, and that's why I made this video and why I'm making this channel, just to kind of like help other people that are like me, or going through something that's similar to things that I've gone through. So if that's the type of stuff that you're into, please like this video, subscribe down below, and pay attention, or check me out. I'm going to be putting a lot of content on this channel, a lot of videos for you guys, hopefully to help some of you who are going through similar things that I've went through. So today I'm just surfing the internet to kind of find out what it is that people need help with. So I know that, and there's just like an endless list, so which would make this channel pretty cool, that like you can never run out of things that people may need help with, health, wealth, happiness, and stuff like that. So one very monumental thing that has helped me.
What are you doing?
I'm making a video.
You should look at the twins' IG.
Okay.
I'm serious.
Alright, I'm in the middle of a video right now, though.
Oh my god.
What?
You're annoying. I want you to see it. I work so
I have
hard.
to, there's just...
Alright. I'll be in the shower.
I guess I can come, or do you have your phone? I'll come out there.
No, it's downstairs.
Alright, come downstairs. You want me to come downstairs?
No, my phone's downstairs.
Oh, you want me to look on Instagram?
Yeah.
Oh, I kind of want to stop the video. I can, if you needed something, I can come. I just don't want to stop the video. I'm already like 8 minutes in.
Alright, well, I'm in the shower then.
Alright.
But it's so cool.
Alright, I'll check it out. That was my wife. She's the best. But yeah, there's so many things that people need help with or need guidance, and I'm still one of those people. But one of the things that has really helped me kind of just accomplish all the things that I have wanted to and still want to accomplish, if that makes sense, I don't know, is the main thing that is one of the main things that's helped me is God first, always. God, number one, has helped me more than anything or anyone. And then second, or to go along with that, the law of attraction. So if you, some of you that already know about the law of attraction know what I'm talking about, and people that don't know about the law of attraction, do some research on the law of attraction. So basically, to break it down, if you think positive thoughts, speak positive words, and take positive actions, you will then receive positive thoughts, positive words, and positive actions. So and that may sound like, oh, that's just, yeah, of course, but it's like a law of, it's like a universal law. So if you're just, what? Okay. So if you are a negative person and you speak negative things, and you purposely think negative thoughts and actively do negative things, you're probably going to receive all of those negative things back to you, because that's just how things work. It's a balance of life. If I go down the street and I call somebody a name, there's going to be a reaction to that possibly. And but if I go down the street and give someone $5, there's probably going to be a positive reaction to that. So it's pretty simple, but it just really takes your life in a very positive direction if you use it correctly. Now, I have seen people use it incorrectly, where they start thinking too deep into it, and when you start thinking too deep into it, it can have a negative effect. So if you are, just like I said, if you're thinking about negative things, especially knowing about the law of attraction, you are attracting those negative things even more. So what I try to tell a lot of people is your mind has so many thoughts per day. I mean, I don't know the exact number, but it's a lot of thoughts per day. And and people say, those thoughts just pop up in my mind, negative thoughts, and it's like, yes, everybody has those negative thoughts. But when those negative thoughts pop up in your head, what I like to do, what works for me, is to just imagining. I just kind of in my mind tell myself no. No, 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 no. And then kind of just force it, just immediately after just saying no, just kind of think of something else, think of something positive. And that kind of just keeps negative things out of my mind, which, in turn, keeps negative things out of my life. So, and I'm super grateful, super blessed to be in the position I'm in. I don't know if I mentioned earlier, but like I said, my wife is in college. She goes to college full time. She takes care of our 4 kids, and I just work full time. And and I'm able to provide for all of us, and it feels really, really good. And it wasn't always like that. There was a time before I knew God, or before I knew about the law of attraction, that I didn't. It was just negative times. I was thinking negatively, I was doing negative things, and I was receiving negative results. And that's just as simple as I can put it. So those 2 things, God and the law of attraction in your life, if you utilize them correctly, and like I said, not for negative things. It works negative if you think negative things and you think too deep into them, to think that that the law of attractions is somehow connected with those negative things that you're thinking about. It's just not good for your mentality. It's got to be the positive things. Don't dwell on the negative things. Push those out of your mind. Just push them out of your mind. Move past it. Move on. So that has helped me a lot. I've actually got to pass that down to a lot of people that I've come in contact with in my life, kind of like my wife. Just people that I know that didn't have those things in their life. God, first and foremost, God is the most important ingredient to success or happiness, or finding those things. Because if anybody's gonna have the answer, it's gonna be God, and that's just it's nobody else. And then God kind of goes into the law of attraction, like I was saying, because just like when you pray to God, you are sending up this energy of positive message, and hoping in return that you get that positive message. And if a lot of people that believe in God have sent those positive messages up and received the positive result from sending that message up, and it's the same thing. So that's why they kind of go hand in hand, because it's just like praying. That is, in my opinion, using the law of attraction. Now, if you're praying for bad things are gonna happen, and that's just, I just don't even like talking about negative things, which are bad things. So let's move past that. But yeah. So, well, this is fun. I've never really like I was saying, I make music, I record videos, I do a lot of things that I've just learned how to do over time from wanting to know how to do them. And I just forgot where I was going with that, but I just really I'm enjoying this. It's pretty cool. I've never done. That's where I was at. So I've never really done just this up close and personal type of videos before, and I thought it was gonna be like making beats and instrumentals. Thought it was gonna be way harder and more difficult than it actually is. Like I'm looking at the video right now. I'm 15 minutes in, and it's been pretty good. It's not been terrible, you know. I'm not doing it, but some more things. If you like, kind of like, if you so happen to run across this video and you like anything that I've said so far, or if you have any suggestions on future videos, please leave them below in the comments. Just because that helps me. Like, if you guys like, kind of like my personality and you want to see more, and then you can, and it'll help me create more videos for you guys that like help like this. So, okay, so another, thing that helps me in life, that has had one of the bigger, impacts on my life, is music. So music is so powerful. It's just such a powerful tool that you can utilize, and that kind of ties into the law of attraction and God too as well. So if you're listening to a bunch of negative music, then that puts you in a negative mind state, which just isn't good. So I've even gotten to the point where like I don't even like listening to negative music, because then it puts a negative imagery and just negative vibe in my life that it's just like, don't need that. I don't even, honestly, don't like watching like just negative movies, because it's just the imagery and just, I've been thinking about this stuff for a long time, so that's where I'm at so far. So if that sounds crazy for a lot of you guys, that's just like, it has helped me so much. Like it's a huge reason why I feel like I'm successful in my mind. Is just being able to cut out like just anything negative. Honestly, just don't even give it the time of day if it's not adding some type of like word value to your life, and just making you think positive things, positive thoughts, and positive action. So music is a very, very big one. I like to play just music that makes me happy and makes me feel good. If the world didn't have music, I just don't even know. It would just be such a worse place. People already think like life is just terrible, and it's like, yo, we have music. Like, yo, that is amazing. That is just amazing if you really, really think about it. Having music is just a blessing. It's gotten me through all the hard times, the good times, the all-around times. So that's awesome. And then another big thing, if for any of you guys that are married or in a relationship or have kids, family is super important too, and that ties all around into that. So that was a big struggle for me, honestly, is like kind of putting my own self aside to understand how to like care about others and think about others too. I'm 24. Me and my wife got together when I was 18. We have 4 kids now. So, and that sounds like a lot. We're trying to have 3, and we end up getting twins on our 3rd and like final kid. So, lucky us, right? Awesome. And being young with kids and doing the family thing is pretty hard if depending on who you are, and it's maybe not hard for everybody, but there's a lot of difficulty in it. A lot of difficulty to learn each other and learn a new unit vibe and all that stuff. But now that I've gotten, it's been years now, and it's been quite a while. I learned the value in a family. I mean, it really keeps you going and keeps you motivated. Or even if you're just in a relationship, like if you can learn to, cooperate with each other, and compromise. That's a really big thing. Compromise with each other, and not always think about you. So that's something that used to be hard for me, and because just being young. Hold on. So that was hard, and now I've kind of you know, just want to be the best dad, the best husband, the best man that I can be. Yeah.
Have you checked on them?
I haven't heard them.
Yeah, what if they can't breathe?
Okay, I'll go check. Sorry, it's a little dark. Just a little dark for a second, guys. Sorry, guys. So, just checking on my twins. Oof. Alright, hold on, guys. Just hold on right there. Sorry about that. Just trying to help my son here for a second. I am right here, guys. But go ahead and leave a comment in the below and just tell me, how your day's going. If you're having a good day, if you're having a bad day, if anything in this video has helped you have a better day, and if there's any videos that you want me to talk about because you liked what I've talked about so far and you want to see my my take on other things, just leave it down below, and I promise you guys I will get those videos out and I'll start working on those ASAP. And that'll kind of motivate me too as well to make more. And I would love to do that. So, heck yeah. Alright, it's going to get dark here one more time. Just a quick second. I wish YouTube had a light option like Instagram or Snapchat or whatever it is. But I am thirsty. What's up, Reese?
Why don't you talk this thing called Who's talking to?
I'm not talking to anybody. Actually, I'm talking to YouTube, I guess. What? No, what did you want? Huh? Alright. I checked on them. Poet had a little bit of puke. Yeah. So I wiped him up. I cleaned him up. So. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Had some things I had to do. Oh yeah, that's one of the things I've been I've been working on. If any of you guys make music, I got some insight. I've been making music for like 10 years, so since I was like 14, 15, so 24, 25 so far. And I'm finally just cracking codes in the studio. I'm in my studio right now, and I'm just cracking codes, guys. So what I mean by that is I'm just discovering more and more ways to make your song sound professional. And I'm recently I'm just really just been cracking all kinds of codes. Now I haven't released just tons of music just because I've been so focused on wanting the quality of all of it to be just radio, just super high quality, and I feel like I'm I'm really close to some really high level recording stuff. So that is super cool. That's one of the things that I'm into right now that just making me real happy. Especially people that want to sing, and let's say you don't maybe not know how to sing, or you know, you feel like you can, but you just don't know how to do it, you know? So when you're trying to record it and you're trying to sing, it just sounds, you know, it's like, oh, dang, it doesn't sound like how it does on the radio or whatever, for the people that are making music. And I just figured out that, like, if you're thinking too deep into it when you're trying to sing those, you know, those chords or whatever, um, it can take a negative effect on your recording. So something that I've figured out recently, for those people who make music, this isn't for everybody, but just really quick, for the people who make music, if you have ever used like auto-tune and stuff like that, because almost every song today has some type of tuning correction stuff on it. Every song, even people that can sing, have it on there. So that's not even like weird anymore. So if anybody that uses auto-tune, I've realized that if you record something, so let's say you just record it into your recording program, and you then you throw all your effects on there and add on auto-tune, it's gonna sound robotic, it's gonna sound weird, it's not gonna sound, I mean, for the most part, unless you can like really sing and you know how to sing already, like, it's probably not gonna sound good. So key that I've unlocked, this is just a gem for anybody seeing this video that makes music and knows what I'm talking about. So what you do is you throw all your effects on the track. So you throw, if you use reverb or echo, and you know, you equalize all of your, you know, you do all that stuff. You basically mix your track down. Add your auto-tune on there. Then there should be a monitoring. Alright, so there should be a monitoring, or there's like, it's always, like, you'll see like mute, solo track, and then like an or like you may have monitoring on your interface if you have an audio interface, but it's just basically like monitoring, which you can hear how all your effects and your auto-tune sound on a track. What's up?
Do you know where the internet is?
Yeah, I have it. It's on. It's turned on.
Well, the TV's not working.
There it is. It should be working. Alright, so you put all your effects on the track. Reese, will you close the door, please? Thank you. So you put all your effects on the track, and then you click the monitoring or the little eye. That's what it looks like on most audio recording softwares. And you can hear how your voice sounds with all those effects and the auto-tune on there. And you can hear how you have to sound to where it sounds good. You can see the pitch that you have to be at for it to sound good with whatever key that you're messing around in. So if you're in like a C major or whatever, I'm not really good yet with like keys and stuff like that, but I just know what sounds good. So if you hit that, like, I don't know, if you can hit close to that key that you're on, that you're trying to make sound good, with the auto-tune on there, you will hear what you have to do, basically. With all your effects on there, you can hear it in the headphones, and you speak through the microphone, and you can hear how it's editing your voice as you're hearing it. And that's like, obviously, like before you're recording, you know, you can just hear like, you can hear it like auto-tuned out and where you need to be. And then you click record and you can kind of like still hear that, and like, and you should be able to hear it, and you can, like, you know, sing into the track because you know how it's sounding, and what pitch you have to be at to make it sound good. And that's one of the things that I've just recently unlocked and kind of like understood a lot more, to where I can do stuff like that. I can sing chords and like sing notes and little melodies that I've always wanted to sing, but I just didn't know how to make it sound good when I was recording it with, you know, my effects on there and stuff like that. So, and it sounds like really good. Like, you just try to hit, you know, with that auto-tune on there, you can hear it. So kind of hear where it sounds good, and it sounds good. That's one thing. And then, you know, just like I was saying earlier with like the beats, I have a lot of beats that I've stacked up, and something that I'm really into right now. I'm trying to just stack up a ton. I just want like hundreds of beats and instrumentals, just hundreds of them, to where I don't have to talk to a producer or do any of that ever again, forever, to where I can just make as much music as I want to forever, and I'll have the beats and instrumentals there. I'll own the rights. I'll own all of my own things. I won't really need anybody else, and it'll be cool because once my kids get a little bit older, I can start doing things for them and stuff, and they won't have to worry about any of that stuff either because they have their dad to do all that, and that's, ties this all back around again and again and again, and I'll probably do that a lot. It's just like, when you just try to do the right things and be the best person that you can be and have God in your life, it really, really, really does pay off. It really does. Nobody's perfect, but, if you're conscious at all and morally conscious for, general things, and just try to be the best person that you can be, good things will come your way. And I'm proof of that. I come from a very negative upbringing, a lot of bad things going around as I was being brought up, seen a lot of things that have messed me up from being a kid, and not really messed me up, but things that you shouldn't see or be around as a kid, and then that's just not good. So, and my kids help me a lot. It's super cool to kind of just never want my kids to be in that situation or anything like that. So it's kind of like positive, taking a negative into a positive, and it's made me super happy to be able to just give them a good life and make sure they're around good people and just in good situations and stuff like that. But oh man, I'm really looking forward to just make a bunch of videos similar to this one, and then obviously there's gonna be a lot more cool videos where I upload music content, or me making video content, behind the scenes content, content for days, and then my wife and kids, they're gonna be making their own content on separate channels that you guys can check out. Vlogs and kid stuff. Me and my wife, she's like a videographer, so she takes videoing pretty serious, just like me, and does a lot of the things with me. Honestly, does the majority of my stuff for me that I can't record myself. She does for me, and she's the real MVP for that. So it's super, super, super cool situation. I'm very blessed and happy to be where I'm at. So. La 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 la. So it is currently 9:30 p.m. I am in Missouri, the Kansas City area, and it is, what day is it today? March 24th, Sunday, 2019. You are tuned in to Find Truth Today. Well, we're just trying to find truth that makes sense to us. So yeah, if you guys also have any, if you need any just personal motivation, or you have a question for me, just shoot me a message on here, or just like I said, leave a comment below letting me, let me know all your comments and stuff, and what you would like me to talk about. Later down the road, I will link my Instagram too, and I'll link my other pages where you guys can go check out my other pages that are bigger than this one. That I'm just kind of starting this. This is the first time I've done personal stuff like this. So I'm normally just making music and shooting music videos and little skits and stuff that are pretty interesting. So if you guys like content like this, then just let me know if I should keep on doing it. It's kind of hard when I'm not gonna lie, doing this, it's kind of hard to, been going for a little while, and it's harder than you would think to just keep on keep on talking about something and keep on going. For like people that do like streaming online, they game stream and have their face on there and they just like talk as long as they're playing games. I guess if you had like a game to play, that'd make it a little bit easier to distract you instead of just like sitting in the silence. Alright, I'm gonna go to, I guess, like what's trending on YouTube, see if there's any oh, okay, so some other things that I'm into. That I just like to pass my time with, like videos on YouTube that are super super interesting and cool to me. There's these people called How Ridiculous, and they just shoot videos of them just doing like stuff that you would just never do. So they'll like drop like watermelons off like a 40-foot little don't even know what to call it, like a little tower thing, and try to slice them with a knife, like Fruit Ninja type video, human Fruit Ninja. And those I can watch like every time they put a video. It's just automatic, like I know I'm gonna like it. They're like 3 dudes from Australia. They're really cool and just funny. They say funny things and they're really just genuine dudes. And then those are like some people I follow. Another couple other things that I like watching on YouTube that are interesting to me is like people that do storage units. They basically buy people's storage units that they didn't pay for, that the owners didn't pay their monthly rent, so they auctioned it off to people and people buy it and go through it. And some people, you're not going to win on you're not going to get a lot off of a lot of profit off of every storage unit, but there are those big storage units or big profit storage units where you like just get lucky and get a lot of money from it. So those are some videos I like to watch. I do like to dabble in some political stuff, some political videos that I like to watch. Some other channels that I like to watch. So if you guys are wondering what type of music I make too, by the way, I make hip hop music, but I also just make kind of like I'm wanting to make more of like an alternative sound too, like a singy, like just I just want to make songs that are like hit records, if that makes sense to any of you guys. I just want to make just sonically pleasing songs that just sound good, for everybody. So that kind of like takes me out of the like hip hop box, because I just want to make songs that hip hop people can like, country people could like, techno people could like. I just want to make good sounding songs. That's just where I'm at right now. Good sounding songs. I'm also thinking about doing like tutorials for you guys. Any of you guys that make music, make videos, make engineer, just I'm thinking about doing like tutorials for kind of what works for me and what has worked for me as far as all of those things too as well. Let's see here. I can't go into there. Hold on, guys. Oh, I've been thinking about doing like streaming too. If you guys like, anybody that likes games, if you guys want to see some like game streaming, let me know on that too. It's not something that I've ever done, but I like playing games, and I know people that live stream their gameplay. So if you guys want to see that, let me know. Um, oh, some of the artists, that I listen to are right now. I like Russ. Russ is really good. He makes just like good sounding songs. I like Post Malone. He makes good sounding songs. Some more like underground people. I like Ritz. I like Yellow Wolf. I like Hobson. Um, who else is there? Anybody that knows, if you know this guy named Sunreal, he's pretty good.